Hey, Julie.
Hey, Julie.
Welcome to Hey, Julie, a podcast about surprising twists in Big B25. Yeah, you know
Big
the name of this stupid
B25.
show.
Big B25. We are so excited to be here tonight. And let me tell you guys, what a heel turn from how we felt 15 minutes ago before we read certain spoilers on the internet. I was
Yeah, like I
texting,
have to
oh my
bury
God,
BB25
what are we going to
again.
talk about? I was
Oh, there's
just
plenty
like,
to talk about. Josh Duhamel returns to the small screen next week.
I was even in our Discord, I think last night. I was like, BB sucks. It's over. And even when I logged into StreamYard, it had my status from last week, which was just end the season already. But now I'm revived. I'm revitalized. I'm refreshed. I'm raring to go. I'm renewed.
And Danielle, is that just because Red was sent home? Or did something else happen?
So we need to just start this podcast and stream off with the warning spoilers. We have to talk about spoilers immediately.
We're going in reverse order this
Yeah.
week, just because. Hey, it's only been a full month of Big Brother, and for the first time, something is actually happening in Big
Exactly.
Brother, Big B25, as we say here at my house, just me.
I mean, we already have a comment from Skarkle. Ran here as soon as I saw the noms were back because I need to process and appreciate the mess this week is giving us. Prayer emoji. I am right there with Skarkle. I ran. I texted Brett. By the way, we were scheduled to do this podcast already at 7:30. I texted Brett, emergency pod. We have to start earlier.
Like, okay, good. Sure, I'm ready to go. I'm always ready to go.
He was born ready. Brett was bred for this.
Daniel, we said just to keep the suspense going.
Oh.
We set a nice recording time for 7:30 Eastern, 4:30 Pacific.
Yes.
Brett's always there at like 4:05, just sitting there. Brett's always there, just sitting there on his phone. And Dani comes in. Not today, but most days. Dani comes in 4:29, 4:30, 4:31. She has a tall drink with a straw in it, perhaps. She's like, "Hey, how's it going? Want to talk about your week? Oh, she got a bubbly right now. We chat about work. We chat about our lives.
Yeah, we debrief.
And that's why I set the go live time on YouTube to 4:35 because I'm like, but I'm ready. I'm ready at 4:05. Anyways,
it's true.
We're going in reverse. We'll talk about the whole week. A bunch of silly stuff happened. Cam won HOH, as we all saw last night. That's not a spoiler. I will just say I was spoiled as to who won HOH because I'm on the West Coast and I was not watching the broadcast as it was happening live for the East Coasters. So I saw Cam won HOH, and my reaction was, this is hilarious and great I mean, I don't like Cam personally, but this is hilarious for the outcome of the house because everyone hates Cam at this point. And two, he's going to nominate like Mecole and Jag or something like that. I had no hope that this guy was going to get what is going on in the house. And Danielle, do you want to make the announcement?
Feeds are back. Noms have been made. Cam has nominated Izzy and Felicia for eviction this week. This means, and I believe from the little bit that I saw, because basically we saw the nominations ran to each other to text and are now recording. But I haven't had a chance to watch the feeds aftermath yet. I'm going to be so honest, so transparent right now. I was like, should I ask Brett if we can push for like an hour so we can watch feeds of the aftermath? No. But I was like, no, we have to record. But I am very curious about like how everyone's taking it. The word on the street is it's potentially a Suri backdoor if someone wins veto and takes Izzy and Felicia or Felicia off the block. I mean, this is a dream week. And we have to give props to Cameron.
Did you think this was going to happen, Danielle?
I was confused. So last night I was tickled pink and I was tweeting this. I hated it, but I was rooting for Cam because I mean, he's truly alone in the house. They turned his best friend in the house against him. Like, even leaving the house, talking with Julie, Red
It
was
was
like,
kind of cold how Jared would like. We got. I mean, there's a whole Jared section to this
yeah,
podcast that needs to happen, but like
yeah.
the way Jared was like so, really kind of turned them against each other, and the whole group reinforced that like you guys hate each other now.
It was
It was cold.
strange.
Yeah. It was
And
cold.
I mean, Julie even asked Red, like, did you not think that it was like weird for you to just take Jared at his word and not maybe talk to Cameron about it? And Red said that, yeah, everyone else sort of supported this and agreed that this is what was going on, that Cameron had backstabbed Red or turned against him, whatever it was. But so Cameron, huge underdog, alone in the world, not a sympathetic man, not a sympathetic character in general, but because of the way his situation is flushed out in Big Brother, I was like, God damn it. Now I have to root for stupid Cameron. Like, it's so
Yeah, of
annoying how
course.
this happens in
No,
this
because
show.
it's the most interesting thing to happen. It
The
was
most
just like,
interesting
oh, like, and is he H? I mean, is he HOH would
would be
be
funny. Yeah.
incredibly interesting.
Yeah.
I was actually, I mean, a Bowie HOH
Yes.
that
Also
would be
amusing.
very interesting. But yeah, like I'm not rooting for him because I find the way he like talks to people incredibly grating. And like there's some stuff from the feeds that you sent me earlier today,
Yeah.
like, oh my lord. But this is interesting. We've been saying this for a week. Just hand Sari the 750K. There was a lot of America in the show this week.
There was.
And I actually think this is a really, really excellent break for the America Cory faction because they realize that Sari, Izzy, Jared, Felicia is like very squarely in their way of winning this game. Even Jared said, I love that. Jared's like, yeah, Cory's my fourth in line. Like, how do you even have that number? Like, yeah, he's behind my mom, obviously, and
Izzy,
Felicia, and
Felicia.
like, yeah. And this is great for them because I'm thinking about America, who I really have grown to like.
Yes.
She understands what's going on. She is having a hard time putting anything into practice. First of all, just how amazing that the person who like got out 4 seconds into the pressure cooker was like the person who got second place is the pressure cooker is throwing comps.
I mean, we will discuss Jared. We will.
Yeah, sorry, I'm going off on my own things. Whatever. This is great for them because I'm like, man, I really like America and Cory. How does this shake out for them? Like, what's their path to winning at this point? And I really don't know because even if America wins HOH this week and she manages to take out someone from that foursome, from Sari, Izzy, Felicia, Jared, they're just going to send her out the door the next week. Or Matt's going to do it on their behalf.
Right.
Not realizing that he's going to be one of the next to go shortly after that. How does someone who is as smart and intelligent as America, who I do think has like winner upside, how do they get through these four people who are so insulated? Like just like from a math perspective, I don't know how they're going to do it, how they're going to win the HOHs and be protected. And this is it. You have a complete house pariah in Cameron. Go up there, take one shot and at least take one of them out this week. And he's going to be walking out the door next week, probably. So, now that number is down to 3 people and maybe the events of this week shake up and maybe the alliances are twisted a little bit. Maybe Izzy in desperation this week reveals the secret more than poor Boots has. Anyways, I'm sorry. I've been talking. Danielle, what do you think?
No, I just think that's it. That's all you needed to say, which is that this should shake things up. The power for too long, even when Cameron originally was HOH, like he put up 2 lame nominees. Like, who cares? No one cares if Jag or Blue goes home. No one cares. Even Jared, I don't think really cared that much if Blue were to go home. But striking that first arrow.
Well, Jag did lie to Jared and just completely you know, just threw a shot across his bow at his manhood by the one time that Jag lied to him about something that Jag knew that Jared was lying about.
I can't even,
Jared knew that
honestly,
Jag was,
I
yeah.
can't even listen. I think there's a lot of unlistenable people in the cast this year. And I don't put it on the same, I don't put Jag on the same level as Cameron. It's a different type of unlistenable, but where I'm just like, Jag is so boring and dull that I like cannot watch any of his cams, any of
Yeah.
his cameras. And Cameron is grading, like you said. So I also have a very hard time watching anything he's on. Jared is also difficult. Maybe it's just like all the guys this year, other than Heisem,
Oh my God.
who are just like very hard to pay attention to.
Yeah.
But this, yeah, Izzy could maybe leak. Jared could get desperate.
Jared's been trying to tell everybody.
Yeah,
Nobody wants to listen.
I know, that's so true. But like, if Suri gets put up as a backdoor nominee, like there's just so many things that could happen. Felicia is already, I was looking at the updates, already throwing Suri under the bus because Felicia is looking out for number one. And that's why we do love the casting of Felicia.
Is an air woman. She fought in wars flying planes. I have no idea that's what true. She was in the Air Force. She is a realtor. You think it's easy being a realtor? You think realtors take turns? Oh no, you can sell this house. I'll get the commission on the next time. No. Housing market in crisis. Felicia out there being like 7% interest rate. Fuck me. I'm gonna, I don't know, do whatever people.
She closes the deal.
Realtor
at the end
wars.
of the day.
Yeah, I don't know.
Closes the deal. She's the one who's putting you in escrow, baby.
I love Felicia. She is just so. She's just a queen. She's just like so good. She's just so good, and like
it's just good casting.
People. I just need to say this: every time Felicia laughs, excuse me while there's cars driving by my. Every time Felicia laughs, I sort of expect the song "Feel Good Inc." to start.
Okay, by the Gorillas.
4 people are going to understand that.
Gorillas, I know that song.
Yeah, no, it just starts with a laugh. The track starts with a very loud laugh.
Yeah. I am just, like I said at the very beginning, revitalized, renewed, refreshed. I was writing in our Discord that we weren't even going to talk about Big Brother this week. We were going to switch to Survivor.
Oh yeah, like the Survivor cast was announced.
I was like, there's nothing to talk about. There is nothing. What? I'm gonna care that Jag gets voted out again? Like, how much do you think I care about Jag getting voted out?
Honestly, this is crazy because like there's so much to talk about here. I had 4 hours of stuff to talk about, like just completely slamming Cameron for nominating Jag because I was just like, I just completely thought he was going to nominate Jag. I mean, as the feeds were going on today, it seemed like it was going to be like Jag Blue.
That's what he was saying. Cameron was saying to them, to their faces, from what I read, he was saying it's going to be you in blue and America backdoor, like that's what he said to everyone. Like he really put up a facade to people's faces.
Well, that's the thing. He has no one else. He has no one to talk to at this point. So now we, as the audience, don't get to. If Red were here, maybe some of the stuff we would glean from the feeds during the day that he's saying one thing and that he's actually holding on to a secret. Only the producers know. Only the people in the DR know that. I just need to say, even though it didn't happen, I was so convinced that he was #Brett was wrong. I thought he was putting up Jag. It's like Jag has been sitting next to you on the block for the last 3 weeks. What are you doing? I was like, this is such a beat. I was very checked out all day because I for sure was like, he's gonna go after like Blue or something like that, who's like completely useless appendage of Jared, like who I love. I love Blue, but you know,
Boots needs an intervention. I used to love her. We did, just while we're on the subject of Boots, we got a question about Boots's style, her outfit last night. We did. I want to look up who it's from, but I actually don't remember. We have so many ways that you can get in touch with us now.
I have it. Yeah.
Oh, you do? Okay. The Discord, the
it's
Twitter.
From Morgan Dunn in the Discord.
Oh, this is such a good question. But I also want to say we got 2 emails. We can't forget about those. We got to get to those.
Yeah, we got a bunch. We got a lot of stuff. We should set up a 7th thing.
Yeah, why not? Can
we please discuss Blue's Thursday night look? Was the denim whale tail built into the jeans? I'm so confused.
Okay, so Blue was wearing this outfit that I can only describe as Manny Santos from Degrassi, The Next Generation Realness. Because famously, in Degrassi, The Next Generation, Manny goes from being like a good girl to wearing low-rise jeans with a highly visible thong. And that's exactly what Blue was wearing last night. It was to a T. She had she had blue makeup on theme. It was literally blue, the color. Her bangs need a trim. We got to get the hairstylist in there because I don't think she can
Okay,
see. They look very annoying.
question. I think she let it grow out this week. Why does fucking Bowie Jane always have like the lines cut? Who's cutting the lines into Bowie Jane's like temples? She has like the little
fade?
like it's not a fade. There's a fade, but there's also like a diagonal line carved into it. Like she's like some sort of like futuristic athlete. Like if you were seeing a movie based on like the football game inside of the movie Starship Troopers, she would look like that. Cause she's like, yeah, I play space football. What are you talking about?
She had pigtails. Bowie Jane had pigtails this week.
Who's cutting Bowie Jane's hair? Did Bowie Jane's bring in all of this, trimming accessories?
I think maybe Bowie Jane brought it in, but I wouldn't be surprised if Felicia was the one pulling it off. Felicia seems like the type of person who like has a lot of skills.
Oh yeah.
And maybe it didn't turn out the way Bowie Jane like hoped, but at least she has a trim. But someone needs to trim Blue's bangs.
Many outfits were had on Thursday night.
Red was evicted wearing his signature overalls with no shirt underneath, nips full out to greet Julie Chen Moonves. I would give this look. It's a weird look because don't you think Red, just based on his like type and personality, should have a different body?
He like has a surprisingly good body.
Lithe. Yeah, he's actually like in shape.
Like, I saw some like side profile, and you kind of like see everything but the dong when you're wearing when you're wearing fucking overalls. The overalls only come up to your thigh. He's basically wearing a shirt, or he isn't wearing no shirt. And he's got this ZZ Top beard.
Yeah,
you don't see his eye. Like, he's always wearing sunglasses inside of the house. Like you don't even know. Like you don't even know what he looks like. He turned 38, 39 this week. It was
happy
his
birthday. Yeah, they were all wearing those tiny hats.
He likes older guys,
Yeah,
So, but I saw some like side profile of him with the shirtless thing. I was like, not bad.
He's keeping it tight. Our fellow 30-something is keeping it tight.
Keeping it tight. There's another outfit that needs to be discussed from last night.
Miss Julie Chen Moonves?
Indeed, the very
we got some comments on this in Discord too about yes.
Do you feel honored, Danielle, that she was wearing her homage? It wasn't a Canadian tuxedo, but was the JCM homage to the Canadian tuxedo.
Do I feel honored? I guess the answer is no, because I would feel honored if I thought she looked good. I thought this was quite a knot of an outfit. She blended in so much with the stage. Did you not find? It was like it was green.
It was weird. I mean, it was strange. I mean, I thought the jeans were fine. The jeans were good.
Jeans were well cut. Yeah.
The sort of like denim straight jacket.
Yeah, exactly. Like, what do we call this? What do we call this top?
It was like a regularly sleeved straight jacket of denim.
I do hear going out tops are coming back into fashion. Gen Z's bringing them back, which I love.
Can I get an explainer on what a going out top would be?
So a going out top is what I would wear going out in college and post grad, which is 10. Excuse you. 10. It's like you get your best chic jeans, which nowadays are very big, thick jeans, wide legs. Yeah, exactly. And you'd get
Billie
like
Eilish.
a fancy top, maybe it has like lace, maybe it's got some adornment, some bejewel. I don't know. There's like something special. It's silk, perhaps. It's just like a special fancy feeling top. And that's what you'd wear out. I've got to read. Wait, let me read. Spennyware said more like jeans, Chen Moonves. Am I right? And
Oh,
then Jump for Joy. She's ready for Casual Friday casuals. Thank you. Yes. It was a knot. It was a knot of a look. I'm not very inspired by Julie Chen Moonves's looks lately anyway, but I would say that was a low point. I think she was the stylist. She had feeling like, why would I bust out anything special for this? Why?
yeah,
For
just
red?
Can I also say too, like, did you feel that the red interview was like weirdly low energy?
Oh my gosh. It
It
was
was just like,
so
hey,
awkward.
hey, bye. Okay,
Because
bye.
because
And that was it.
Red, I couldn't tell if Red was like truly blindsided, if he was in shock. Like he did not bring much to the interview whatsoever. But Julie Chen
No.
Moonves is the professional. I also have an issue with the way Julie Chen Moonves keeps telling people about Jared and Suri because she keeps beating around the bush. Why don't you just say, would it shock you to know there's a mother and son in the house? Or like, would it shock you to know that there's a family in the house? The way she says it is
She says relationship
yeah, which is like, why? Just be more specific.
in like a purely like English has words and those words have definitions sense. I have a relationship with my mother as well.
I have a
I
relationship
wouldn't
with
call
Brett.
myself
Like we're
being in a
friends.
relationship
Yeah,
with my mom.
exactly. It could be anything though. Like that, a relationship could literally be anything. So who
I have
cares?
a relationship to the bus driver.
I have a relationship with my
I
dog.
swipe my tap card and they drive the bus.
Yeah, exactly. Beep beep. But I just find that very annoying. And then it's such a lame response. Every single time she's told people about Jared and Suri, they're like, "Oh, okay, cool."
Yeah, sure.
Like,
Can I
what a
leave?
flop. Yeah, exactly. What a flop.
You know what? We must be near jury at some point because
Well,
then
there's
she
a
has to stop
twist
saying
too.
it. Oh my lord!
She said there's going to be a special twist about jury this year,
God,
and
they
she's
have
going
to
to
go.
reveal
Oh
it on
my lord!
Sunday.
Oh,
So we have that to look forward to.
they have to live in like a spoopy house
A
because it's Halloween.
spoopy house. Yeah, maybe. Scary verse. I don't
They're not
know.
like. Are they changing like the mechanics of how jury works?
I guess we're just gonna have to wait and see. I don't know. But she teased that in Thursday's episode.
I must have been thinking
Okay.
about
So
anything else.
we've talked about Red. We've talked about Blue and her outfit. We get back to Cameron? Do we go to Jared?
Sure.
Okay.
So,
Jared as HOH is like, I'm kind of annoyed that he even got an HOH because now he has something to brag about and like have on his resume. Because as Brett said, and I think Brett is going to be right, I think Jared will be in the finals just based on the fact that he has on one side of the house his mom's protection and insulation, and then on the other side, I don't think Cam holds him in ill will. I don't think Cam trusts him necessarily, but he's not high on Cam's list, and Cam pretty much is the other side of the house.
yeah.
He's in good with America and Cory, who are the other dissidents, I would say. He's in good with his mom's friends. Who else is there? Like he's gonna. I think if
Bojan.
Felish, if Izzy, if his mom goes home, then he's still going to be fine. People are still going to bring him along.
You're going to be going after them before they go after him. Like the only thing is like I would just say he's so much of like an emotional loose cannon that he might upset someone. That like he might get into a fight with Cameron. He might get into a fight with Cory. Like Cory already is like, I made my bed with a guy who's like really can't be trusted and very difficult to talk to. Like Cameron and Jared might get along because they might be two of the most confidently stupid people that have ever been on this show.
Yeah. I love Suri. I love her. I think she's fab. I would actually love if she got backdoored because then the relationships, we see that
That
every
would
time
free
this
up
is what
this
we
game.
want,
This
right?
game would
Like,
open up like crazy. Yeah.
if you cut the head off of the snake, then all the other little rats start scurrying. And,
Yeah, like
there are seeds planted already. Izzy and Jared, I don't think actually like each other that much, but they have to work together because they're essentially siblings.
yeah.
So if you
No,
take the
like
mommy out of the picture.
no, like why would they continue to work together? Why
Yeah.
would Felicia work with Jared? I mean, there is a relationship, but it's not. Suri is the sun. She's the gravity holding many different pieces together. If Cameron gets out Suri this week and then like goes home next week, that would be completely wild. That would flip this game on its head, and we would actually be in for quite an interesting second half because we have a bunch
I
of good
agree.
players. We like Suri, but like,
But I like
her,
watching television that's entertaining more.
I know, yeah. The fact that she is there is a thumb on the weights of the season. And it
Yes.
pushes it in a very different direction than how anything else would.
And that's to her credit for being as good as she is. Like, she has a social game that's untouchable. Maybe Felicia, actually. We'll see. This week, we'll see how good Felicia is at getting people on her side. And maybe she's already thrown Suri under the bus, but getting people more onto Team Felicia and wanting to maybe save her with the veto, or if she's still up there, not vote her out. I don't know. We're gonna see. That's what's the joy of these nominations is, like, finally we'll get to see that.
Can I talk about someone special, near and dear to my heart?
Yeah.
Who I think you might have even been tweeting about from our account, because I was watching the episode Wednesday night, and there's that sequence where Cameron has one veto and everyone knows he's going to use it, but they don't know who the renom is. And America walks into a room, and America is not the person I'm talking about. America walks into a room, and Felicia's there, Suri's there, I think Izzy's there, and they're talking about her, and they kind of go quiet, and it's awkward. And they're like talking about who the renom is going to be, and they're like, "Oh yeah, it's probably going to be you," or something like that. And a beautiful face pops out from hidden in the Humiliverse. Mecole is still on this season.
I know.
She's here. She's doing stuff.
I love it.
I completely forgot about her. She must not have even had a single DR for like a week, other than doing the vote.
Yo, she is remembered. When she does pop up, people are like, "Oh, that's the girl who yells in the storage closet like about hating it here." I mean, she shouted out Mr. Schmidt or someone when she was voting this week. Every time I see her, I'm like, "Oh, she's so cute." But I don't. Yeah, she is not. But this is like the perfect game. I mean, is to just be invisible until jury.
She actually had a bit of influence this week. She was like the person who like doesn't say anything for 2 hours, and then the one time they say something, it's the smartest thing you've ever heard, or it's like, like, because then on Thursday, everyone, the episode starts with the assumption that Jag is going home, and this is all for the reason that Jag is a bigger threat than Red. No one kind of cares about splitting up Red and Cameron anymore. One of the lines of the episode, Mecole goes, "Has anyone ever met men before? Men
that was a great
fighting,
line.
And then they become friends again 2 minutes later when they watch a baseball game." And that spark of an idea led everyone to be like, "Yeah, we should just split these guys up."
I'm so happy with the way things turned out. But at the time when I found out they were voting out Red, I was a little annoyed because I thought it'd be so funny for Jag to just get voted out 2 weeks
I was going to be upset
unanimously.
I was going to be upset at that just because of the, like, we literally did all this stuff. We did the pressure cooker and the invincibility thing and all this stuff just for literally nothing to happen, just for the week to be.
I know. I was here last week complaining about it. I was pissed off.
They did admittedly, because Luke, rest in peace, Luke.
Who?
Yeah, I know, right? They did lose one person from the game in the first week. One extra person more than they were intended. So they did need to pump the brakes 1 week at least. And who knows if they already had planned another sort of buyback week or something like that a little deeper into the season, as they often do. So they needed to have, like, maybe this invincibility thing came up as a result of that too, where they're like, hell, we just lost a person. We have the ending date, already set. We need to delay 1 full week of the game. So hopefully someone will use this damn invincibility thing. If not, we'll have to come up with the double power of invincibility.
Right. Wait, speaking of who, there was this guy in the episode this week on Thursday. He came into the diary room, very handsome, and he apologized to Julie for calling her Julia. What?
Yeah.
What that guy? He's blonde.
Yeah, that's Cerie's son, Matt.
Okay. Yeah.
Do you know
another
Danielle?
who? Yes.
Danielle, how does it feel being voted out of the Big Brother house?
Not good.
Would it surprise you to know that there is a secret relationship in the Big Brother house right now?
Yeah, it would be surprising.
Who is it? Why don't you take a guess?
Are Blue and Cam dating?
No, it's actually a mother and son. Matt is Cerie's son.
He's the son that she, I think, kind of wanted.
I know. He's like,
he's gorgeous,
he's gorgeous.
Relatively polite, mostly quiet. Just it pops up every now and then.
Oh
he just works out, drinks his protein shakes.
There are so many people. Like, we have some big personalities this season.
I know, and they've
like
disappeared.
Izzy has enough personality for like 7 people, and there's like
even Izzy. It
so many.
Yeah,
like,
even Izzy wasn't really present this week.
Matt, Izzy burns so many calories the first 3 weeks. Give her a break. Matt, who? Mimi, who? Fucking Bowie Jane. But like, there's like still so many people left in this house.
Bowie Jane was shocked that they voted out Red, because Bowie Jane and Cam are the blind side.
These are their first 2 like opposing votes, dissenting votes of the season. It's all been unanimous, every single vote, all season long. We gotta get to Bowie Janestown here briefly.
I would love that.
Bowie Jane's goodbye message. I've never seen such fire before from someone. I've never seen such a dedicated, intense Big Brother player who plays by their rules and by their
own drum, the beat of their own drum.
Because Bowie Jane's like, I'm not going to do the voice. Red, it's so sad to see you go. If you're sitting out there and you're seeing this now, then we've all been blindsided, and I will get them back. Whoa, let's go, Bowie Jane.
And then Bowie Jane was out in the first round on HOH. And I was like, I honestly, so the HOH competition, can we just discuss for a minute? The HOH competition was like a memory comp based on the color of farts that they superimposed. Yes, exactly. Question from Morgan Dunn in the chat. Was this the worst HOH comp in BB history? Yes, it was. Because not only was it disgusting, as I was watching it, I was like, isn't it too soon to do something where you superimpose with footage from the season? Like, couldn't this potentially sway? Like, seeing, I don't know. I guess everyone knows that Blue and Jared are a thing. I know, but like, just the cuddle sessions. I don't know. They
wouldn't pick Matt and Cerie being like, "I am your mother." You are
I know. I know they wouldn't do that, but like, some of the formulations of the groups, I don't know. Whatever. That's the least of my issues with this comp. Okay. It's different colored farts out of the house guests' butts. And you have to remember like the order, how many times there was a blue fart, things like that. I found this, I was trying to play along at home, obviously. I found this incredibly challenging. When I first saw go ahead.
Danielle, there were frankly too many farts.
I agree. I was like, how could anyone remember this? I was trying to keep up. At first, I was like, Bowie Jane's going to kill this because she's a lawyer. She's probably got a great memory. She knows how to write the LSATs. I don't know, whatever. So I thought she was going to kill it. She's first out. Then I was like, oh, Izzy's gonna
It's
win
too
because
early
she
in
can
the
read
season
music.
it's too early for Bowie Jane to get a HOH.
Yeah, and Bowie knows that. That's why she threw it.
I will come for you. I will revenge you, Red. Me, your best friend, Bowie Jane.
Yeah. So I love Bowie Jane's look is just like a constant, like she's always happy, but
Oh
she's
my
also
God.
always like, what is going on?
Fucking
Oh,
Bowie Jane.
really? Oh no, Goldie. I mean Goldie Julie. Goldie's my daughter. But she's out. And then I had zero hope for Cam.
Can I say something too? This
Yes.
maybe shows my age and maybe that I'm out. I'm not going to be on Big Brother.
Please.
Anytime there's like a memory comp or something like that,
Yeah.
I would watch the HOH along. I'd play with it. I'm like, I'm winning HOH this week from the couch.
Yeah.
Once there were so many farts, I was like, I'm just kind of. Granted, I also knew who won the competition because I watched it 3 hours after everybody else.
Right.
But I was like, I'm just gonna look at my phone. Like, this isn't fun. Like,
I can't pay
fart-
attention to this.
an individual fart is funny, but like 7 minutes of farts, like this is not like that funny.
They were such long sequences. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, it wasn't that funny enough for me to like be watching or paying attention.
No, it wasn't. But it also really made me respect Cam because I was like, I can't believe he was zeroed in. He was ice cold. Like this was written in the stars. Can you imagine? He won the pressure cooker comp and now he's a good at memory comp beast.
Mm-hmm.
He's good at everything. They got to beware. He won a veto. I forget which one was it? The wedgie? Or no, was that Heisem?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it was Heisem, yeah.
Was it the egg?
He won the mini stackies.
The mini stackies. Yes.
Yeah.
He's good at everything. They are, I mean, they got to get him out next week. You know what now? So you were saying like, this is such a good thing for America. It is. It's great for America, great for Cory, because essentially someone takes the shot and they don't get blood on their hands. They are going to have to start eventually building their resume and do something. But next week, I think, I don't like when people throw, but I think it's probably in their best interest to throw. I mean, we still have America and Cory. We still have so much week left, though. So who knows? But I'm sort of like, they throw it, and then whoever wins, other than Bowie Jane, is going to try to take out Cam,
Yeah, exactly.
They don't want to try to take out. They don't need to do that. Why do that? That shouldn't be the move they're doing. So it's just going to be very fascinating.
Well, the only issue is like we kind of are getting like a little bit, like we're in like the middle third of the season. Like there aren't many people to nominate. Let's just say Izzy wins HOS. She wins. Let's say Felicia.
I need an Izzy HOH.
But, like,
I don't want her to go.
Oh my God.
I can't have her.
I know, exactly.
This is actually the reality of one of those two going home hasn't set in for me yet. I'm just excited that they're nominated. I really don't want either. I would prefer Sari to go home over both of those ladies.
Exactly. No, I would too. And I like Sari, but I mean, I think the most interesting thing to happen on this series would be when Sari is voted off the show.
Mm-hmm.
You got to think though, even if the target is Cameron, who goes up next to Cameron? Do you even nominate Cameron because you're hoping to backdoor him? So like even then, so even if Cameron is the target, I would probably vote against if I were America and Cory. I would probably vote against throwing it because they are a very, very easy nomination pair right now, even if the true target is Cory, because you can say worst case scenario, we're splitting up a couple, or you could tell Cameron, oh, we're not going after you. We know you're just by yourself, whatever. We're going after a couple, even if that's a facade and he's the true target. It's an alibi. It's something that you can present to the house that there's this other narrative going on to maybe, hopefully, even though he probably is slightly smarter than that to catch that. So everyone's got to win. The only person who's safe. The only person who is safe right now is Bowie Jane.
She's so safe. She's just sitting pretty. I have to just, in remembrance of our king, Dr. Heisem, I have to laugh at the fact that like they easily could have sent Cam home over Heisem
weeks ago.
And Heisem would be winning all of these comps and protecting them. He was so loyal.
Isom is drinking a martini in Seattle right now.
He's about to take to the stage to perform a
Oh, yeah.
saucy burlesque number. He's forgotten. It's already out of his mind that he was on this show.
Isom is going to go see the Taylor Swift tour in theaters.
Oh, and he got
something none of these people are going to be able to do.
absolutely. Isom is just like seeing patients, saving lives, making people's lives better.
I'm sorry, you're dying. I saved your life. From dead to the undead. I need to talk to you about something really important. The conspiracy theory of the season, of the year.
Oh, yes.
Aliens? Who cares?
Mm-hmm.
What the hell happened with Cory's vote?
So this, like, we received questions about this, and then later I saw that you had tweeted about it as well.
Very popular tweet. Very popular tweet. Many people are saying very popular tweet.
A hot tweet. You know, sometimes I have hot tweets, and most of the time Brett has hot tweets.
No, you have good tweets. I think we're both like, that's why we're friends. Like, we have very similar Twitter style.
Yeah.
Both of our personal Twitters have a few, you know, neither of us got famous on Twitter in 2009. Let's just say that. You know, we weren't that funny. We're equally funny.
Yeah. We're equally, and we love that, and we share that, and we value that. But so there is a theory. Maybe you should explain it, because I only learned about this after the fact. I didn't notice anything
theory.
different.
I watched this. I noticed it in the moment.
Okay.
My man Cory, the most skilled karate and talking champ, like he's the most convincing man in the world. He's not the Dos Equis man. That's the most interesting man in the world. This is the most convincing man in the world. He goes to sit down. He sits down. Julie says, "Hi, Cory. Who would you like to vote out tonight?" And the audio says, "I vote to evict Red," but his mouth says, "I vote to evict Jag." It is weird as hell. It is clearly ADR'd. And I don't know how they did this or why they did. Like, I don't know how this was possible. I know. But his mouth says Jag. It was so clearly ADR'd. Like, it looked like it was dubbed. Like, you know, you could watch a foreign film,
right?
And it's like, you know, from, you know, Hungary or whatever, and they're not speaking English, and there's the person on Netflix who's like, "Damn it, Steven, I have to rob this bank," you know, and it like doesn't line up. That's exactly what it looked like. It looked like he said Jag. How did this happen? Because it's not like, did he go in and record earlier the right one, and then they knew to play it the second time? Did he cast his vote earlier in the day? None of it makes sense. And I asked this question to Twitter, and I think this makes a lot of sense. Is Cory a haunted ventriloquist?
I mean, that would make a lot of sense, because Cory is so young, and yet he's the most persuasive person in America.
In the world, yeah.
Wouldn't it make more sense for him to be so persuasive if he had a 45-year-old man's hand controlling his thoughts and helping him be persuasive?
So did you see this and not think anything? You were like, "Yep, this is all normal."
Yeah, I did. I was like, people are losing their minds. I didn't notice it. It doesn't look, it's like the blue dress, right? Like, to me, it's blue. He says red. Like, I don't see an issue.
This broke my brain. This broke my brain, because I'm like thinking of like how they achieved this.
It didn't faze me whatsoever. Okay. I thought it was clear as day that Cory voted to evict Red. It was not like, it didn't ping my radar.
You're such a sheep. You're such a sheep. Do your own research, Danielle. Don't let the audio of what happens during a Big Brother eviction tell you who is evicted.
Maybe
remember 2 weeks ago, Julie was like, Jag has been evicted. He will be going home. And because no one was explaining the rules of how the stupid power worked, he wasn't. So there you go.
I'll revisit, I'll rewatch the tape, but I watched it And I said, I don't see anything weird here. And I went on about my day.
Yeah.
I don't see what people are talking about. I don't see what the big deal is.
You're a better person than us. The
I
rest of
thought that about the picture. There was a picture of the Sasquatch. Did
Oh
you see
yeah,
that in the news?
there's a new video of Sasquatch from a couple weeks ago, right?
Is it
Or is it
Sasquatch or is it Nessie?
one's one's a
Loch Ness?
monster who lives, one's a sea creature, and one's a
I think it's Nessie, the
bipedal mountain
man
ape sort of guy.
creature. I
Yeah.
think it was Nessie, the Loch Ness monster. I think she was revealed. She was
Oh,
hashtag
okay.
exposed. Get her on Celebrity Big Brother.
Hashtag Nessie exposed party.
I would love to see Nessie on Celebrity Big Brother.
What do you think Loch Ness Monster's cameo price is?
Oh, $425.
$425,
Yeah.
425.
Yeah, $425 US
Wow.
dollars.
Wow, that's
$5 more expensive than $420. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a rare. I think Loch Ness Monster is a she. She's a rare creature.
Yeah.
She doesn't have a lot of time. She's swimming around in the depths of the ocean.
We got a bunch of emails this week.
So true.
Here we go. Should I read them?
Yeah.
Do you have anything else to say?
No, you read. Can you read one and I'll read another?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
I'll read from Connor W. Connor
Perfect.
W says, "Hey, you two." Wow. Quite informal to begin with. "Hey, you two. I love your show. Been listening since 2017. Y'all are absolutely hilarious. Overall, I think this season has been a letdown. Seems like everyone is content playing a safe game, and no one is willing to stir the pot. Miss Felicia has been the only one to make a big move so far, albeit a dumb one, in my opinion. Hashtag justice for Heisem. But my question is, do you think Izzy or Boots will reveal Jared and Cerie's secret to anyone? Or do you think that they will keep that information to themselves the whole game? Do you see any possibility they blackmail Jared or Cerie? Personally, I would love for either of them to let the secret out, but knowing this cast, I won't get my hopes up for anything exciting. Thank you for the laughs. Heart emoji, Connor."
Thank you so much for the email, Connor. And thank you for listening since the early days of the pod.
That must have been, I believe that was our first or second.
No.
Season.
Second year, because we started in 2016.
Okay.
Remember?
Yeah, no.
Okay. Well,
what happened in 2016?
Good. Wipe it from your mind.
Oh, David Bowie died. Yeah.
Yeah, it's tough stuff. And BBOTT aired.
Oh my God. Was that? Oh, that was 2016.
Yes.
Oh, my Lord.
The proof is out there.
Fuck
We
y'all.
have recordings of this.
Yep. Anyways, yeah.
So I think that Izzy will reveal before Boots, because Izzy, I think she had a moment of clarity weeks ago where she was like, I'm going to Final 3 with Jared and his mom. Like, that doesn't look good for me. But Boots is seeing this as like, Boots, I'm concerned, sees her relationship with Jared as like a long-term, like they're going to get married.
You know, I have
it's
the
possible
same
he thinks
response as
that
you.
way too. But so I don't think she wants to jeopardize. I think she's unfortunately become a person on this show who is more interested in like a relationship outside of the show rather than the $750K, which is not a type of player we love.
What did you say to me this morning about this very subject, Danielle?
I said, what did I say? I said like Jared's a bad boyfriend. Like,
well, you said that Boots having a bad boyfriend in her 20s was a canon event, and
that's so true.
Be disrupted.
That's the thing is we could all on the outside be saying like he sucks, he is lame, he has a bad attitude, he doesn't treat you right. She in her mind is like, I don't know if she's thinking I can change him or like he's not that
That's not
bad.
how he is with me.
That's not how he is with me. You don't know him, whatever.
You don't know him, yeah.
These are all the things that any girl in her 20s has to get out of the way so that she can realize that that's not what she wants in a man, and then meet a man who is
a
nicer.
lawyer. She wants Cory.
Oh.
OTP.
Cory. Yeah, Cory's young, but he's so much more mature seeming than
yeah, because he's a doll that was carved in 1864.
Yeah, probably. But so Boots is not going to turn her back on Jared. She's eyeing
No,
Kay Jewelers. You know, she's got her eye on
yeah.
David Bridal. She is walking down that aisle.
By the way, K Jewelers, reach out. Perfect SpawnCon lineup synergy. Hey Julie, K Jewelers.
Oh my gosh, love that. Okay, Julie Wadaker also
Hey
sent
Julie, the K Jewelers. Hey Julie hour sponsored by K Jewelers.
I would do it. You know I would do it. I'd
Right.
wear that shit too.
Oh yeah, you have to give a personal endorsement to all the jewels. We'll send you
Duh.
a box of jewels in the mail.
Julie.
Look at
Hey,
my jewels.
Yes. We got an email from Julie Wadaker, not spelled like a jewel. You seemed desperate for an email. So hello. Hey guys, as a fellow casual BB Survivor fan, love the pod, and I know you guys are always dying for emails, so here I am. Seems like Colin dropped the ball. Wow. Shots fired in the Hey Julie listener wheelhouse. When Jared won HOH, did they not have any family photos? I know the house guests have all mentioned he talks about his family all the time. So he wouldn't have a picture of his mom in the HOH room? I wish we could have seen him talk his way out of that. Or this must be a final dead giveaway. Also, is Jared the worst player of all time? Literally, he walks around talking in riddles to the house guests, thinking he's a genius, yet even his mom thinks he's terrible at this game. Cory, during a live feed, calls him the worst, and I've never agreed more. I don't follow the live feeds closely. I mainly just watch the illegal clips on YouTube. Anyway, just some thoughts while I drink a White Claw watching the most recent Sunday episode. Have a great day, Julie from Brooklyn. Wow. This was an exceptional email.
Brooklyn.
She's right. We are desperate. And this really delivered. See, but this is why we like the emails. We get to get a little more personality in the literature that we get sent.
Yeah.
So the question
you can't boil a thought down to 140 characters.
Yeah, Jack. And now Elon. So the question, is Jared the worst player of all time? Unfortunately, I don't think he is. I think he might be one of the worst people cast on no, I can't even put him in that bucket. He just sucks. He's not like the worst, but he does suck. He sucks a lot. He's the worst of this season, should we say? Who's still on the show?
He's not it's hard because you do have to separate like their performance in the game, and then but even then, like, let's just state a bunch of things.
Okay.
Jared does not appear to be an incredibly smart person. Hashtag Goland. Hashtag Goland.
Dongle.
Hashtag dongle. He also has a strict rigidity in terms of his personal relationships with people. If I were Blue, I would be concerned that this man cannot be convinced of anything and will fight you about it and sulk like a little baby teenager and stuff. He hasn't been like that to Blue, but he has been that way to other people. Where I was like, man, this poor Blue. I was just thinking about this watching him. Like, this guy just does not seem capable of having disagreements with someone. Like, you need to have, I'm sure you have disagreements with your husband.
Of course.
I have disagreements with my family member. I've had disagreements with people who I'm in a relationship with. And you need to have like a constructive way to like have that conversation and not like hate the person at the end. I don't know if Jared has that ability, and he's very bullheaded about stuff. We had the whole sequence of Cory explaining this very, very phenomenon with Jared. So I don't think he's like going to be a great player, but at a certain point, like, if you perform really well in the game, maybe that's part of it. Josh Martinez, complete wild card guy, was always breaking down, crying, getting into fights with people. You might call that because it's not like a Vanessa Rousseau style, like gamesman puppet master sort of thing, or like a Dan Giesling, Derek Levasseur sort of thing. Like, you might call that he like accidentally made his way to the end. Or was that him playing the game? It might not have been how you would play it. It might not be called like a chess master style game, but if it's like an incredibly social first game that leans on heavy emotion, heavy like convincing of other people what to do based on your personality and nothing alone, not logic. I don't know. Like, I think he sucks, but, and granted, he also has a complete boost in this game that no one else has ever had in the history of this game. So I don't know. It's hard to say. I don't think he's the worst player ever. I will answer the photo question. He got a picture of his dog. A beautiful picture.
I agree. I don't think he's the worst ever. I think we have to see him. This is just another reason for wanting Siri to go home, because we want to see him play without his mommy helping him out. This maybe reminded me that like Blue and Jared, I don't think are going to be a lasting relationship. And I think they're both going to take different lessons from when this relationship ends. Blue is going to grow from it. And hopefully it will inform her. She'll be like, okay, now I know what I don't want. And I can't deal with he's immature is what he is. He's very immature, Jared, in the way he processes things, the way he wants to communicate. It's like, he's just immature. And I'm not sure in the canon way of things if he will learn the lesson of like, oh, I was immature and that's why things didn't work out. I think it's possible he might be like, she sucked. She was crazy. I think that might be the way things go for Jared. So I hope not. I hope he's going to learn, because he's not getting a great reception outside of the house. But there you go. Ooh.
We have a complete freak take here.
Spicy hot take from Skarkle in the chat. Hot take, Blue and Jared are better than a Cory. Give me the toxic relationship. You know what? I think it's actually good to have both. It's nice to have both in the house because you get to see both sides. If you're like, oh, I'm in a wholesome mood, I just want to see people respect each other and cuddle and not slurp all over each other, then you can watch Cory. And if you want to see people learning lessons in real time, then you can watch Blue and Jared. But I agree. Hey, I was team keep Blue. I didn't want Blue to go when it was her against Jack, just because I thought she brought more to the table in terms of potential drama.
Skarkle, that reveals a lot more about you than it does about us. That's all I got to say. Skarkle's out there at the country club looking for some sort of just like 4 times married, 4 times divorced daddy out there with a disgusting midlife crisis car. Skarkle wants the toxic relationship.
We had a comment from Chi-Town Patty. The thing that drives me mad about Cam is he is good at comps, but terrible at BB. Only saving grace this week is that the rest are have-nots. A few days on Slop will have all these self-entitled people ready to sell each other out. I hope. Well, Chi-Town Patty, this aged like milk left out in the sun, didn't it? Because Cam actually made a great move. So I feel good about Cam. And I also forgot, we didn't even mention, that the twist this week is that it's Humiliverse week. So they all are on Slop.
I love that.
I loved it. That was like the type of thing where we wanted this this would have been perfect if it was Taylor's season and Taylor had just won HOH, right? It's like a little bit of the wind is taken out of it that it's Cam, but Underdog just won HOH and he's the only one who doesn't have to be a have-not. It's just such a great, it was perfect.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I can't wait for I go more than 6 hours between a meal and I'm getting grumpy.
Yeah, no, we can't. I think we did. Wait, let me just check our Discord because I do think we had. We're not going to talk about Survivor. We don't have time. We appreciate the interest.
I have done zero research into Survivor.
Yeah, we'll talk about Survivor when it's slow again. Maybe next.
We have a question from 306, who's a great member of the Discord. There's a lot of touchy stuff in here that I don't. I'll answer the second question. They ask a very serious question that has a lot to do with subjects that are just they're not fun subjects.
Okay.
Fun Big Brother subjects.
Oh, I see.
Reread it and let me know.
I see. Okay.
They 306 asked a secondary question, which this is a Hey Julie topic. If no one in the world ever sneezed again, how long do you think it would take you to notice?
Great question.
Great question.
It would take in the winter a week because everyone's sick in the winter. So it would be very suspicious if people were not sneezing.
I think longer. What do you got on a plane? You're like, what? Nobody's sneezing here.
I think in the winter I mean, I have a kid, right? So like, if she's not getting sick, I'm like, what's going on?
But just sneezing though, like,
yeah.
What if people are still getting sick, but they're just
Well, it's
not
also I'm gonna say the holiday a week in December during the holiday shopping season. So you're at the mall, you're in the stores, you're on the subway, you're in the bus. No one's sneezing. It's weird.
I think it's a very good question.
I do too. So the first question is about Jared potentially Jared using an ableist slur towards America and not facing any discipline. So it was the question of like, what are we feeling here? The golden shield of nepotism, CBS zero tolerance, not being that, instead valuing the seriousness of one type of insensitivity over another. So it's a good question. I mean, I have not put a lot of thought into it because I haven't. Here's the thing. Here's the answer, I think, is that like I haven't seen anything about this except for this question. So this seems to have not gained that, to me, not gained that much steam or seen as much as like the Luke thing, which was inescapable. So maybe it has. I don't know. Maybe I'm living under a rock. But to me, that would be the answer, is just like CBS being like, no one's noticed. Okay, let's just keep moving. Like, yeah, which they couldn't do with the Luke.
I'm the same. I haven't noticed it either. And I didn't want to answer it on the pod, not because it wasn't a good question, not because it doesn't deserve attention, but like with some of this stuff, like this is a fun show about like talking about Julie's stupid Canadian tuxedo, like, and if Cory is a haunted ventriloquist dummy, and some of the stuff, like we obviously had to talk about the Luke stuff, when it happened a few weeks ago, but I think also part of the show is like we're just here to have fun and like to be like solving every sort of like really serious issue is like not the purpose of this podcast.
Right. Yeah.
Doesn't mean we don't care. Doesn't mean we don't care about those things either. It's just like I don't know how to answer this stuff. I didn't even see it.
We know our strengths.
We kind of know that Jared. We just talked for 30 minutes about how Jared sucks. Sounds like if this is true, I haven't seen any clips of it. Sounds like another shitty thing that Jared has done. Like I haven't looked. I'll look right now, but I'm pretty sure, as has been for the last few weeks here, for at least a week, America #1 on the Joker. I know Joker is a small sample size. It's a sample size of the freaks, though. America #1 on Jokers for the last 6 days. Jared has been bottom of Jokers for the last 2 weeks. Like, yeah, people don't like Jared. It's clear what kind of person Jared is. Mm-hmm. Everyone loves Matt in America and Cory. Riley is in 3rd place on Jokers today.
Heisem. Justice for Heisem.
Hashtag justice for Heisem.
But no, I appreciate the question. I get if this is something, going on in the discourse, wanting a take on it.
In the Discord.
So thank you for your question. Thank you, everyone, to your questions, comments, tweets, emails, chat in YouTube. We appreciate it all. We are so excited. I'm going to go for the first night in more than a week. I'm going to go watch feeds. I haven't watched feeds in forever, but I want to see how things shake out.
I watched a little bit, but like not enough. And sometimes everyone's just like talking about like what they're about to eat.
Yeah, no, which is probably what it's going to be because it's like almost 6 o'clock there. But I want to see the tense. I want to see Izzy flailing about, ping-ponging between conversations, making her crazy Nickelodeon faces. I'm so excited. Thank you all so much for listening. We'll see you next time.
Yeah, email us at the things.
Yeah.
Hey Julie, bigbrother@gmail.com. Hey Julie BB. The Discord link is in the bio. That's it. That's it.
Bye.
All right. We love you.
Bye, Julie.
Bye, Julie.